Healing your throat chakra as an immigrant daughter. Your voice shakes because the women before you in your ancestry weren't allowed to speak. Women in your country are still not allowed to speak. They're not allowed to be themselves. They're not allowed to be loud. They're not allowed to be expressive. They're not allowed to sing. Okay? And I'm going to speak specifically about the Middle East right now, but I know that all around the world, in various continents and geographies, a lot of women are not allowed to speak. And even when we are not any longer in those geographies, even if we were born there, we're not there anymore. Our voice might still be blocked because that is where we come from. That's where our lineage comes from. And so we have been told to be really careful of what we say because our ancestors and our lineage have been killed and continue to be so simply for speaking their mind and their truth. So throat chakra healing for women that come from this kind of a background goes so deep, and it's actually so important for us to learn how to open our throat chakra and use our voice when all this is going on in the world so that we can be the voice for the injustice that's happening, but also so that we can break that trauma and step into a new empowered generation of women. And the more that we're confident and comfortable using our voices, the more that we can inspire other women that have the safety to do so to use their voice. When women that come from lineages where women's voices were silenced grow up even in a country and situation where women's voices are encouraged to be shared, we still carry with us this conditioning that it's safer to be more quiet, it's safer to not draw attention to ourselves, and our parents, with the best intentions of keeping their daughters safe in this world, tell us to be really careful what we share and how we speak so that we can be safe. And this is potentially reinforced in our own lives in different ways, whether we're going to a workplace where we're told, hey, don't speak up in the meeting, don't be too loud in the meeting, or we're told in our friend groups of not speaking out loud too much. We usually have this kind of pattern come up for us multiple times so that it's really clear that this is something specific that we are healing in this lifetime, okay? My own journey with this is, yes, I grew up, I was born in a country where I was not able to speak very much, but I left when I was 7. And actually, as soon as I left, my parents encouraged me to use my voice because they saw that I actually loved to speak and I actually loved to perform. And my parents put me into these programs where I would go and recite poetry in front of audiences of people ever since I was 8 years old and share this Iranian poetry with them for Iranian New Year. Okay, and so I actually have had a journey in my life where my voice has been quite open for my whole life, and I've been quite confident public speaking. And I believe that I have this journey and path now of helping other women who did not have that upbringing learn the mindsets and the ways of thinking of how to actually fully express themselves and to open their voice and their truth, okay? I believe the first step to healing your throat chakra is in little ways wherever you are and whatever those situations are in your life, whether it's your job, whether it's your relationship, whether it's your business, where you are not really saying what you want to say. I want you to practice saying it just 10% more or just 20% more. I want you to learn how to make yourself feel safe being seen and being observed and being vocal. I want you to practice this by first practicing it when you have privacy, like when you are home alone or you have a place physically that is safe and people are not going to hear you. And then I want you to slowly start practicing it around others until you confidently build this skill up, okay? Speaking to the camera is actually a great way of starting to really open your throat chakra again. But the second step, and the hard step, is actually removing yourself from possible environments where your throat chakra feels completely shut down. Let's say that in a certain workplace, your manager makes you feel small and she makes you feel like your ideas aren't valued. And in that workplace, you find yourself just really saying nothing so that no one will get offended. And you really just want to keep that peace. Because again, you're taught that if you're too loud, you're going to get silenced and removed or even executed. Some of us have past life trauma where we've been too loud and we've been actually executed for being too loud. Okay, you're going to want to remove yourself. You're going to want to get out of there as most efficiently as works for you, okay? If you feel like you need to get another job or find another path to get out of there, if this is speaking to you right now and you're finding yourself in that position, you need to get out of there. If you don't, the universe will either remove you or it will cause some kind of a kerfuffle to get you out of this throat chakra blocking kind of environment, okay? Get out of there. And then start putting yourself around people and environments that start to honor and appreciate your voice. And if you don't know how to do this, then you can start, as I said, talking to the camera. Start recording your voice on a podcast. Start recording yourself singing and put that on the internet. That was one of my biggest fears. I was like, everyone's going to tell me I am absolute trash. Their ears are bleeding. And it really wasn't that scary. And I started doing it. And most people actually had nothing to say. And some people had some good things to say. You're going to want to open your voice. And at the end of the day, I believe that those of us with a voice and with an ability to have a platform, we really owe it to the women out there who do not have a voice to use our voice and to speak loudly and to go out on the streets with a megaphone and with a sign and freaking shout. Now, you don't need to take it to that level, girl, okay? So some of you girls are like, I just want to open my throat chakra, Nika. Like, that's it's a bit far, okay? And that's fine. So yes, please open your throat chakra. Bless the world with your voice. Start taking those baby steps. Remove yourself from the environments that are dimming your light and start shining your light one step at a time. One step at a time, and slowly you'll get there. If you want more help on this, I do offer one-on-one coaching. I also have some digital products that you can buy, like a journal and other great stuff in the description box, so you can check that out soon. And with that being said, I will see you guys next time.